What's up, party people? Before we get started, we have to show this right here. Hold on one second. Just so y'all know the vibes. Okay, what's up, party people? This is season 2, episode 6, and little known to everybody, this is the season finale. So, yay! This is the end of season 2 right here, and
we made it.
Host stoodytoogroovey, my co-host Mott and Kiki, and we have a very, very special guest today. We have specialist Cole Hennessey. How are y'all feeling today? We see you. We see you, M. Everything is good. We have a lot of special topics today, and we always start out with the man. That guy, your boy. Black Talk with Mott. So what you got for us today, Mott?
Well, y'all know as usual, I always got some shit for y'all, but I always come with like video and some drastic, But on today's Black Talk with Mott, I'm gonna talk about an experience I had personally this weekend. Hold on. I'm gonna share my screen.
Alrighty.
Share this photo. Bow. Y'all can see that?
Yes.
Y'all see your boy?
Looking like a marshmallow.
You can see?
Yes, sir.
Oh. I can't see you, Stu.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
But reason being I'm bringing this up, these brothers here, I was blown away this weekend. First off, shout out to Providence, Rhode Island. This is where these brothers is from.
Mm-hmm.
You can see my arrow?
Yes.
This is brother Matt right here, repping that Prob City. This is brother Nice right here, repping that Prob City. And this is brother D Money right here. And y'all know who this guy is, right? We ain't got to talk about it.
Yeah, that's Big Mon.
The person behind the camera, his name is Big Vito. Now, I'm saying
shouts out to them.
Yeah, definitely shouts out to them, because my story is about 4 or 5 years ago. I lived in Providence, and these fellas right here, we all woke up at the same time. When I say once we linked up, we like built every day, just like on some just regular building. You know what I'm saying? Coming together. We got to do this. We got to do that. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I'm not sure if you know this, Stu, but I made a montage by Monty video early while I lived in Providence, bro. And these was the brothers that inspired that video, because what I was feeling inside, I couldn't, just say to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And these were the guys that listened and actually gave me a point of view, a certain way to think,
Right.
And I came back to New York. You know, Montage by Monty. Got that shit rocking. Still kept in touch. But, bruh, this, what? I think it was Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Nice right here hit me. Said they was coming to New York. So, of course, we had the link.
Yeah.
Now, this picture is in on Jamaica Ave. We in a juice bar grill joint. But they came up to get some blanks because they actually got a business of apparel.
Mm-hmm.
They make clothes, hoodies, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So of course, we linked up. I had to show them the vibes, show them all around the city. We went to Manhattan. Shout out to West 29th, and we got them bricks. Hold on, matter of fact, I got some footage of the bricks. Y'all can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Studi, would you be able to narrate this?
Yes. So what he's showing you guys now is that amazing inventory of our products that we'll be selling. We have hoodies and shirts. Who asked you merchandise? And we got pre-orders too. Just putting that out there, and it's really cheap. $15 for a shirt, $30 for a hoodie, and those prices include the shipping. So yeah, put your orders in. Hit us up on our IGs if you want, and let's build.
Now, back to these guys. They also, this is light. They came to get some apparel to put their logo and all of that on, Rep Providence and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
What these guys actually do, and why I'm like blown away, is these guys on the low is out there. That's them. Yeah.
FTGU Investment Group LLC.
Now, what the FTGU stand for is from the ground up.
I like that.
Now, on the low, they've been buying up a lot of property in Providence. And next week, they going back to Houston for a second time. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to, as I stop sharing, get back to y'all. I brought all of this up because, oh, hey, how you doing? I brought all of this up because building is very important.
Yes.
This time. And I'm saying this because when those dudes and I were building, we were all on the same frequency and we wanted to grow. We didn't know what we wanted to do, but we wanted to expand and we wanted to be for our people. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And for them to be doing what they're doing right now is everything because they're buying into our point of view. There's no more excuse for us not being heard.
Yes.
If we want something on that part of land that we own, it's going to be there. Ain't going to be no landlord saying, nah, you can't do this. No, you can't do that because it's ours. And this is what I have to specify. We're not talking about it. It is being done.
Yes.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Factual proof.
Mm-hmm.
It is being done. These niggas that keep talking to you about we could do this and we could do that. All I need is this much and all I need. Bro, the real move quiet. You heard?
Yeah.
Improve. If you're conscious, you show improve. This is why we don't really like to talk. This is a privilege for everybody because we don't like to talk.
Yeah.
We like to show improve. But now that we're showing improving, we can talk. We can walk the walk and talk the talk.
Yeah. I think one of our issues is that a lot of people are complacent in dreaming and talking about it. They don't put You know, the last episode we were talking about universal laws and law of action. You have to put action behind your words,
Have to
behind
put action.
plans, or it's just talking. It's just wasting time.
We were talking, but we all had something to prove to each other.
Yes.
We all inspired each other somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Word. And I always wanted to, you know, if they inspire me, I want to keep inspiring them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa.
You're not gonna grow.
And as you can see, just them pulling up on me like that was like everything. Like I see how far we have come, how far we have grown, how far we have evolved.
Mm-hmm.
And I've lived it. I've seen it. There is literally nothing stopping us but us.
Facts. And how do y'all feel about that?
Inspired. I mean, I'm not even 21 yet, and I'm just like, I'm grateful to even have this kind of mindset and that drive to be like this because we really don't have that much time. And I'm young, and I shouldn't be saying that. So you gotta get this work done. It's time. Like you gotta do it. There's no excuse anymore. We're always complaining about how the system is, but don't just do our own. Let's just do our own thing for once, not be lazy or make any kind of complaints. And I get that there's some things that aren't for everyone. Like, not everybody's an entrepreneur, but like a little something on the side, something small, something slight, you'll never know if that could become big, but just do it anyway.
Most likely it will.
Yeah.
Because that's where your passion is. That's where your love is.
You
And
wanna,
the universe worked for you, not against you.
yeah.
So if you focus on that, it will become that. But people focus on, oh man, the white man, he got us down in this system, man. Shit fucked up for me, bro. You got $5.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, you have to take personal responsibility.
Everyone.
And I feel like I could just keep saying this, but there are certain traps that's set out there.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you have to fall for them. And
bro, I'm the living example. I'm 37, bro. I don't have a record, bro. Do you see me, bro? And I'm in the hood, nigga. And all everybody know me, nigga.
mm-hmm.
It's easy to stay away. You have to make a conscious decision.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be with the fuck shit or am I gonna be for me? I love me. Hold on. Let me share my shit real quick. I like showing and proving. Do it look like that nigga love himself?
Yeah.
Do it look like that nigga love himself?
Yeah, I see a certain glow.
And anybody that know me know it's been like that. That ain't nothing new. It been like that. It's just levels. You got to start with yourself. And then look what comes together. What's attracted? Bosses.
Yep.
And I want to say this. When you said something about, loving yourself and everything, it reminded me of a quote that's kind of different, but I feel like it's still relevant. And someone quoted, "In a society that feeds off of your self-hatred, loving yourself is an act of rebellion." You look at that way. It's just like, no, why does that have to? Why do you have to love yourself to not feel like you're a part of something? Like, it's you. It's your life. Like, I don't. That's just how we live. I want to do something I don't want to do. I know make me happy, but to them it's dumb or risky or it's not. It doesn't. It's unusual.
Right.
People still, and it shouldn't have to.
People like focusing on their distractions.
Mm-hmm.
You literally know it's a distraction, but you're gonna focus on it.
Yeah.
But once you focus on you, it's different. You move different. That swag different.
See, but we can't act like people are afraid to take responsibility, because once you take responsibility, then all of the failures and the accomplishments are on you, and people don't want to accept that they're going to fail.
Studi, why do you think killers believe in God? they have to give that blame to somebody else, because if it's them, it's gonna eat you alive.
FTG, you in the house.
Y'all
Shout
know
out
the
to y'all.
vibes.
So, Cole, how do you feel about that? What we've been discussing.
I mean, to go off of what Mont was saying, I'm a firm believer in, a plan doesn't matter until there's action on it. And, in the Black community, coming from, all these years of everybody feeling, how to explain it, having the weight coming down from the past, you can't let it drag you down into the future. You have to create your own. You have to create your own path. And like Mont said, did you say you were what, 37?
Yep.
37 years old. You said you don't have a record. Like the stereotype, like you got the modern U.S. stereotype is that every black man is a criminal, and that's obviously not true. Look at you. You're breaking that stereotype, And I think like that's a prime example of what people need to look for to help them get in that mindset to break those stereotypes, because not every black person is a criminal. It's that's just that. Like, going off of that. And like I said in the beginning, a plan is not a plan until you have action on that plan, and anybody can make action on a plan.
Anybody. You just gotta fucking do it.
It's about that mindset.
I think he's
Stoody, Kim?
He's frozen.
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh my God.
He's gone.
I told you this is what happened. It's always cutting off. I'm just going to assume we're going to go to the next one.
Yeah, we're gonna do you.
Okay. Do you know how to let me share my screen? I'm gonna. Do you know how to do that?
It's on Stoody end, but you should be able to do it right there.
But like he do it, but he pops me up.
He probably clicked it though. So just go down to share your screen.
Okay.
Yeah, he back. It's all right, Stu. The retrograde, Stu. It's the retrograde.
Sorry, you're only missing half your own podcast.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, niggas is about to move on, bro. We pulling up Kim. Look, Kim got it. Let's do it.
You got to slide.
So the next, I found this on Facebook and I tagged you. You can see it right here. That's your little comment right there. And from what's her name? I should have blocked it off, but I don't know how. Whatever. She'll be alright. So this post says, people that got 3+ baby moms never even attempt to marry any of them, but on Twitter talking about homosexuality, destroying the black family structure. Nobody destroyed 3 family structures on your own with no help from homosexuals. So basically, she's just saying men, maybe women, black men, mainly, I guess you're talking about, need to stop running with their responsibilities, to take accountability that they're not the reason why. That homosexuals aren't the reason why they're destroying the structure. It's men who don't want to marry women to build. And I want to say this because the men in the comment section are saying we shouldn't have to marry you to even a build. Marriage shouldn't always be the first thing than everything else, because men believe that marriage doesn't, it doesn't benefit them at all. So I wanted to know what you guys think.
You know what? I'll let Cole. I want you to go first.
Oof, put me in the spotlight.
Yes.
So first, I hate, since we were just talking about stereotypes, I hate that the deadbeat stereotype is a stereotype that is more often than not associated with, the blacks. Like, it's not. There are more. If you look at it, you're not going to see it in the news, but they're like, I could name 6 deadbeat white guys off the top of my head right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a shitty stereotype that I think was just associated for the sake of being a stereotype, for black culture. And it's annoying to see. But then again, what she was saying about like how do I explain it?
Here, well, I'll give you some rope, because I personally think that the state of the family is a lot. There's a lot of factors in why our family structure is the way it is.
Right.
I'm not one of those people that like to use excuses, but the racial manipulation of the family structure has to be acknowledged. Like
Right.
it's systematic, but at the same time, it is because I mean we could talk about how they have government programs where at first the men couldn't be in the household, so then it's like the government has taken. Okay, no, before I say this, Cole, say your disclaimer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I should have sent it back. Just because I'm a member of the military, anything that I say does not reflect the views of the United States military. These are my own personal views, and they do not reflect on any other service member or any part of the United States military.
Also, any of our views do not reflect Cole's views. But
we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. But like the government programs replace the black man's role, and then that becomes grounds for women to disrespect black men and for black men to lax on their responsibilities. You're talking
about the black demasculinity.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
And I'm glad I did not have to.
100% a thing. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so it's like there's a lot of factors, like I was saying, why families are fucked up, but we cannot pretend that homosexuality isn't part of a eugenics plan. And that's we focus on black people because we're black, but eugenics actually encompasses everyone to a certain extent, because they're putting estrogen inducing chemicals in everybody's food. It's not just black food. It's everything is about sterilization. It's about depopulation. You hear rich people like Bill Gates and all that continuously push depopulation. There's too many people. And they just give you the trap. It takes you to fall for it. So I agree and disagree with that tweet. But go ahead, Matt.
My sentiments exactly. I totally agree. It's bad. It's a war on real niggas, man. When I say real niggas, it's the masculine man. It's the protector. It's the guy that don't play no shit. That's why they always locking us up. They gotta, shove us away so they can just raid society.
Yeah.
As you can see, the way society is ran right now, everyone thinks they're a Marvel character or a Star Wars character, and you could identify with a rock if you want to. I might not even be a guy anymore if I don't want to be. I could just say I'm gender neutral. What? This shit crazy, man. So when ain't no rules, it's to a person that is concise and exact in chaos, that's what it is for them. You know what I'm saying? It's chaotic. Like there should be structure. There should be organization. That's the natural way of things. But the way this thing is set up right now is total opposite. And the good thing is you do have this podcast called Who Asked You with stoodytoogroovey. And we here to change things.
And I want to put this out there because we may even have homosexual fans and friends and family. It's not a hate for you at all. Like I love, especially,
bro, and they know that.
Like, yeah, but the narrative of if you speak against something, then you're phobic of it, and that's just not true. And I've been arguing with people for a while now about that. A phobia. Let's have a small English lesson real quick. A phobia is having a fear of something. I do not fear homosexuals at all because there's nothing to be afraid of. I understand that if you have a sexual preference, do your thing. If you don't believe in normal, natural birth, then that's just something that's going to be between you and the universe. It has nothing to do with me. But I have a right, not only as an American, but as a person, period, to not only say how I feel and speak facts about it. And I shouldn't have to hold my tongue or be labeled something I'm not just because I don't agree with something, for me personally.
Especially when this your shit. This your shit. And exactly. I gotta go through the tulips to appease you. Nah, nigga.
Yeah.
This is my shit. I shouldn't have to do none of that. You supposed to be doing that to me. See how they reversed everything. That's nah.
Yep. Because okay, I was having this. I'm not trying to change this into a homosexual conversation, but I was having this conversation with somebody online, and she said homosexuals do not parade their sexuality. They just love freely, and people are mad. And I said, well, putting gay characters in children's cartoons, is that not parading? Is the literal gay pride parade not parading? Like you have to use your
literal,
like you have to. I'm sorry, there's a push of it. And if you don't know anything about eugenics, and if you don't know anything about depopulation, I understand why you would try to defend homosexuality. I guess if you have no knowledge of that, but there are certain things, then certain information that's out there that y'all need to look into. And then if you still choose to do it, then bless you. And I love you still. So that's my say on that thing. Does anybody else have anything else to add before we move on?
I wanted to ask, what
I like women.
Yeah.
What's the topic again? Is it like, did you guys move on to something different on the same topic that I pulled up?
Yeah, we still talking about your tweet.
Yeah, the tweet.
So I was gonna say this, what she said.
Shout out Space Cool.
We don't even realize that marriage really came from slavery. So marriage shouldn't even be like if we knew where it came from, you might not want to do that anymore. It didn't come from the Bible because it's not a real book. It came from slavery. It's like it was almost like they're trying to keep track of what slave is marrying who and what child is with who and who's I'm gonna tell with who. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. I was gonna say something. Polygamy. We don't believe in polygamy, and I can understand why. Being a girl, I guess, but we're not as educated. We don't believe in sisterhood. We don't want to share our man. That's all. Like it takes a village to raise two. Two people is, in my opinion, is not enough to raise one kid. It's just how it is. So it's like know your history behind what you're saying and maybe figure out why it's not working the way you want it. Like they're not wrong in the comments. Like you don't need to have a piece of paper that doesn't necessarily benefit the emphasize legacy to build something. Like please go ahead.
Well,
oh my God.
I'm keeping count.
Stoody said he had to get some water or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
you
y'all
back?
hear
Oh.
me? Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry
we
about
good.
that, y'all. Retrograde.
Mhm.
Okay. I personally have nothing against marriage. I think that marriage, besides the piece of paper thing, it's a show of a mutual bond and a mutual benefit between two people, two families, right? And I understand the slavery origins of it and all that, but I'm not against marriage. I've actually been playing around with polygamy because honestly, monogamy isn't realistic to me in my experiences, I should say. But yeah, I don't have no problem with marriage. Like I have no problem.
What we're
Cole,
lacking within the marriage is the friendship. People are getting married for sex,
yeah.
love.
Fucking preach.
Like,
I can't oh my god. I can't even tell you. So
Mr. Hennessey, go on ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, my wife Grace, we've been married for almost 7 years. She is my best friend. Like there is nobody that is my best friend more than my wife is. My wife is my best friend. I tell my wife everything.
Yep.
My wife tells me everything. We
The way it
share
should be.
everything, you know. But my first of probably many military opinions tonight. Being in the military for again almost as long as as long as I've been married. There are people that get married on a whim for nothing, and then you see divorces just fucking flying through the roof months
More
after
than
they're
half
married
now.
because they shouldn't have been together in the first place.
Right.
I don't know you.
Exactly.
I don't know you.
But how much time does it really take to know somebody?
Bruh.
It's no, and I agree. Like there is no
That is
set time limit to get to know somebody. Like me personally, me and my wife, let's see, we were together for a year and some change before I asked her to marry me. And I waited until after I went to basic training to see how the distance felt, what it would do to our relationship before I asked her to marry me. And
Right.
I chose right because, like I said, 7 years later, who we are, you know,
Right.
4 kids, a happy house. Like,
bro, I gotta like you, bro. I gotta want to wake up in the middle
exactly.
of nowhere and just see you standing there and be like, "Oh, okay, it's just you." I don't want to be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
There's nothing worse than waking up next to a stranger.
Word.
Yeah.
That shit suck.
Yeah,
But
but I wake up every day. Most of the time, my kids are in my bed because they don't know how to sleep on their own. But I see my wife, and I'm like, that's my fucking best friend.
You're at peace.
And there's no other way to put that. Like, that's my fucking best friend. And that's how it should be. If you cannot wake up every day, and like, I'm not saying anything against people that have been married or that get married on a whim. Some people find love at first sight. It is a real thing. People do it. But if you can't wake up every day, even if you've been fighting, if you can't wake up every day and look at that person and be like, that's still my best friend, it's probably something's wrong.
Be careful.
In today's society, that's not happening.
Right. Hey,
yeah,
everybody has no
feelings. Can I put this out here though for all the single people, men and female? Just don't get trapped in the friend zone. You have to balance. They have to know your intention is to be with them. Because you're too friendly, your ass gonna be hoping and wishing.
Being naive.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Stop being naive.
There are multiple ways you can choose to look at the friend zone. You can look at it as a negative, but you can also look at it as like, you say you get thrown into the friend zone, that person wasn't meant for you. You may have been in love with them, but they weren't in love with you. And at the end of the day, it's a two-way street.
Word, did you a favor?
Like, okay, that person just doesn't want you. Just go and find somebody else. It's not going to happen.
Exactly. And it may be hard for you because you may have had your heart set on that person.
I'm just saying, don't hurt yourself.
No, but that's the thing.
Get the fuck out of there.
There's never really no one that hurts us. We always hurt ourselves because we paint a picture in our head
you guys
of this person.
Yeah, you still in.
And when it doesn't come out to be what you thought, you end up hurt. And that's on you.
You guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you, Cole. You're good. No, Monty, you have a point. You have a we could hear him. I don't know why he doesn't think we can hear him, but Monty, you have a point Yeah, don't have so much. Don't be so attached to people. Don't have expectations because
don't be Steve Urkel, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga had to change his whole swag to get her attention,
and
you
then
didn't have to do all that.
And he had what's her name? Myra, is that her name? Woo! She was right in his face the whole time. Real true love. And he wasn't even trying to.
She was fire. She was fire.
What did I miss?
And I ain't trying to be funny. Oh no, we didn't say much. We were just saying how Urkel was chasing after the girl who didn't want her, had to change his whole swag up. But he had somebody right there
the whole time.
Yeah, and we don't do no suffering games. Nah, I'm a slide. I'm King Slider. You don't feel me like that? All right. Cause look, the way I see it, if I have a certain feelings about you and it's not mutual, it's saving my feelings because you straight. It's gonna save my. I have to reevaluate the boundaries now, because if I had a certain thought of you and you don't feel that way, now I have to protect myself. Because it's some people who just suffer and they see them and they tell them about
something wrong with you.
Huh? Right. You're right.
If you ain't feeling me, something wrong with you.
Right.
Bottom line, and keep it moving.
Yeah, because some people swag be wrong. Like don't be, and females can be used too. Like don't be out here letting people play with your feelings. Like that shit. Nah, that shit. And dead.
You see how many broken ones we have. These girls is ready to snap at any given.
Yeah, shout out Gus. He's snapping in the comment section. He said the way you see someone in your head is not their responsibility. You only friend zone if you still have feelings. Big facts. Shout out you.
The moment they throw you in that friend zone, it's your obligation to either sit and cry about it or move on.
Exactly.
But it's always the corny motherfucker that still be trying to hit them up and shit. Like, why you being corny, nigga?
You'll love me one day. I'll be here. She done had like 30 different boyfriends and told you about each and every one of them. You still don't get it.
Word. You're not that one. Hanging by the time she get to you, nigga. Get out of here.
Oh my. Or the dude might have like 3 different baby mamas. By the time he finally want to settle down after you've been begging and like I'm here.
You know how it go.
Yeah, man. Don't be no sucker for nobody. Shield, exactly, and speaking of that, I want to segue into some toxic masculinity. Key, do you have the video?
Yeah,
so we can let the people decide.
I just want to let the people know, me and Kiki about to whoop this nigga ass, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
You ain't got no wins in me, Casa.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, I'm about to.
Let me know if you can.
Did you click the volume button?
Yep. We see you can.
Start over. Where am I at? Right here. Let me do this, and I'll play it. Okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
Here you go. Okay. Open it for me. Let me see. See what she got. Come on. There we go. How about your rental property? Hey! What about this shit? How for rental property? Now that's some real boss. I ain't fixing this shit up. That's some real boss. Okay. I like this. Dog, I want like a Rolex, a chain. But I tell you, you got it home. Nigga, what is this? Bring it out. Oh, Dexter song, Dexter. That's cool. Here you go. Okay.
Now, people in the chat. Hold on, run that back one more time.
Okay.
Run that back one more time. because
hold on, don't be asking for nobody in the chat, nigga.
no, I'm just asking them. I'm just trying to see how they feel about that video. Run it back one more time.
You need some help, us too.
No, I don't need no help. I'm Lone Warrior out here.
Mhm.
So come on. Give me show. How about your rental property? Hey! What about this shit for rental property? Now that's a real boss. I'm fixing this shit up. Okay. Okay. I like this. I like this.
Oh, that was sweet. Look, oh, got him a rental property. Oh,
Okay.
and
I'm
he's
glad you
not
said
being
that because I had a hard
appreciative.
time hearing it.
She knew what she
Right, Space Coop.
birthday.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, because we already had this little discussion a little earlier. I feel like that is real toxic and ungrateful because even if he's rich or he already got money or property, that's something you can flip. That's something that's equitable. Like a rollie, like what is a rollie gonna do? But that's only value to you. But that, thank you. Ghetto watch, he a dumbass. But go ahead. What was y'all take? Because I'll let the, you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna let the queen go first.
I'm gonna drink my water. I'm gonna drink my H2O.
Right. So I'm gonna just say this right now. People who are rich don't fucking need it, and they know it. So what is the point? Just give him something that he wanted for his birthday. Why give your man a job for his birthday instead of, they already have money, so it doesn't matter. And we also gotta look into the mindset of black people now. Like once they got it, they got it. They don't want to like keep building or whatever. They could, but why if you already got it? You know, it's okay to have something material. It's for your birthday. Like, it doesn't really matter. So it's like it's not toxic and it's not ungratefulness. He already got what he needs. He already got the life that he wants. Just give him what he wanted. And like Marky pointed out, she knew that, but she still got what she thought would be good for him. So she already knew that. So go ahead.
Monty.
Now, noticing the brother in the video, me being, a man of 37 years old, I kind of, could identify with the brother. He's probably around my age, Now, everyone's saying, oh, he's not being grateful. He can flip the property for the money and Now, reason why I brought up my age is because of my experience. I've been through it. I know it. Relationships. And now, prior to this video, family, I would bet, pillow time, pillow talk. Say my birthday coming up. I might want to roll you or something. I'm just giving you a little Hennessey or something, it's my birthday. I want a gift,
Yeah.
All right. It's my birthday. Gave my girl, my queen, the hint of what I wanted for my birthday, my gift. But instead, you give me what you want to give me for my birthday.
Yeah.
And you're saying this is toxic masculinity? It sounds like toxic femininity. You're going to give me what you want.
Toxic femininity.
I don't agree.
It's toxic femininity, definitely.
I don't agree. Cole, before I get to talking again, Cole, what do you think?
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this.
Yeah, this the hot seat because you got one. You got a wife. So.
All right. Yeah. Well. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't ever tell my wife what I want for my birthday because I'm just happy with what I get. But I will tell her what I want for my birthday. And if she wants something, then that's fine. But I don't ever tell my wife what I want for my birthday because I'm just happy with what I get. But I will tell her what I want for my birthday. And if she wants something, then that's fine. But I don't ever tell my wife what I want for my birthday because I'm just happy with what I get. But sometimes, I'll think of what I want, but again, I live in an area of my life where like money is not a big thing that we have right now.
Mr. Hennessey, have you in your relationship said, babe, I want that new blah, 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 and has she went and got it?
Yes. I've never asked for something for my birthday and not had her go get what I wanted.
You get what you want for your birthday, not what the person gives you, and it's your wife.
It's my birthday.
Wait. So hold up. In every relationship, I'm pretty sure y'all know this. Like when you're in a relationship and it's one of your birthday, you're probably gonna have sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, now that's just like no, because if I could just give you what I want for your birthday. I don't want to give you sex. I'm gonna give you a chocolate bunny with the bow on it.
Hey,
how about that?
I'm just saying, some people don't get shit, and you can. I don't know. I still feel
I didn't get it, so
the simplest.
Can't be mad.
I just
how can I be mad? I didn't get it.
I just feel like a rental property has more value than something.
He got
of course we gonna say that. But him, I could tell he already got property.
What is she? That's what that's like the main thing we're missing. You have to get in his shoes, and like you just have to look at his perspective. You have to already be a rich man. We probably do this all over again. Why would you give something I can give myself?
I can see his perspective because, like you're saying, let's say for instance that he is a wealthy guy and he already has property. In his eyes, she just handed him another responsibility, not a present.
Yes.
And if you listen to the video, he clearly says, "I don't want to clean nothing up."
Like I can see both sides of it. I can see where her intent.
He thought he was about to get the rollie.
I can see her intent, but I can also see his like frustration with it. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a trap for her to be like, "See,
Okay.
I told you this nigga wasn't grateful. See, I can't do nothing for
Yeah.
niggas."
You don't want
That's the thing. She knew that in the end. You see her say, "See what I tell you," to the girl in the camera. Like she already knew. So it's like, what in the world?
Okay, so y'all all are in agreement that she should have just got him what he wanted. So that is that the
Wait, what was that? What was that last comment that just came up? Exactly. If you have no idea what you're doing financially, it's not a good idea. You're going to lose money.
Hold on. Oops, sorry. That's what I said. That's rich nigga problem.
But
Who just
I
be
don't
like,
want to
oh,
hear
another
I don't want to hear rich nigga problems. That's gonna be our problem. Then I'm a rich nigga. I want them problems.
Listen,
That's what
like
I'm
I
saying.
said, if I had $1 million,
Rolex.
If being rich is your problem, I fucking want that.
if I had $1 million right now, and my lady, my future lady, whoever you are out there, hey, if she bought me some property, I'd be like, thank you, babe.
Because you don't know what it's like in his shoes. He already did this before. You have to look at
the type of okay. It's not that.
Come on.
With this, no, because money doesn't change. Money only changes the availability to get what you want, not the type of person you are. Like if you're a drug addict and you only got $20, or you're drug addict with $500, you're getting drugs. Like
proving our point. You don't think that his girl knew what type of nigga he is?
Man,
you know he a materialistic ass nigga. So why you gonna try and broaden his horizons with some rental property that you don't know what to do with?
So okay, even if I agree with that, that means that that's toxic. Then if somebody going, hey, Space, yeah, we need more backstory.
I know the backstory. I know it.
On Twitter.
I bet you homie was like, yeah, she knew I wanted a rollie. She knew. That's why he had his phone out. He was waiting for the big reveal.
But were we talking about expectations versus reality?
Bro, I'm gonna expect my girl to get what I want.
This is what I said too. He could sell it or give it to Section 8 and be done with it. Thank you, babe.
Now he got to start researching. He got to go on down to the town.
Okay, what if he buy a rollie that ticks?
That's on him.
What if he buys a ticket? What if she buys a ticket rollie? Or what if? But hold on. What if she bought a rollie? Right? What if she bought a rollie, but not the one that he wanted? Then would y'all say something?
Still a rollie. I don't know.
Then he's just being a dickhead.
Okay,
it's a rollie. He didn't say he wanted the yacht master. He didn't say he wanted the presidential. He said he wanted the rollie, babe. And she said, he said he wanted a rollie. And they brought whatever out, and she got it. That was it.
So I'm pulling out the property. So I'm pulling out the property folder. But all right. Well, I'm gonna agree to disagree with y'all
as usual.
I'm sticking to my story.
Kim, high five, Kim. High five. High five.
I'm gonna have to go with the two of you on this one. I feel like there's a little odd situation.
Listen,
there's a little bit more going on there than me.
My name.
Hey, listen. What I'm saying is 99 problems I got, and being rich ain't a single one of them motherfuckers.
Listen, I got Stoody 2 only in my name. All right, I'm solo out here. It's okay. It's okay. Oh,
now, family, hold up before you go on anywhere.
Okay.
Remember, we are about the future. So remember what this guy said. When he's got about 5 buildings and 14 houses, and Mont come to him like, here for your birthday, I got you a new garage. He's gonna look at me like, bro, I wanted the Lambo. What's wrong with you?
Nah, I just give it to Kim. I just put it in.
And Kim gonna be like, I don't want it.
She can handle that, right?
Sure.
Huh?
I want a Chanel bag. Thank you very much. That's what I want, and I expect that shit. Thank you. I can already give myself a garage if I want it. I can do that for myself.
She wants a gift, Stooty. She doesn't want something to potentially make her money, Stooty.
What if I bought you a stock in Chanel? Does that count, or you want the actual purse?
What am I gonna do with the stock?
Make bread off of it.
Hold on, Kim. Kim, hold on. Don't fall for it, Kim. If he got money to buy you stock in Chanel,
yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
If you better have bought her a crib, all sorts of things before that.
I hear you.
Stock and shit. Word, what the hell she gonna do with that?
I just want the Chanel bag. Listen, I asked for the Chanel bag, so I expect just the Chanel bag.
Hey, Stooty, I gotta tell you from the beginning, your plan's flawed because investing in the stock market and something the stock doesn't move on, you already made a bad investment. So you're fucking anyways.
So we're back to the house.
You're back to square one. You might as well have bought her a house.
Well, okay, I'll never admit that I'm wrong, but I'll give y'all that. One.
I'm just saying, bro.
I don't agree, but
internet lit my boy up, man. I know he like, damn, it wasn't even like that.
No, I'll cry later. It's all good. I'll cry on my own time. All right, well, this is y'all gonna agree this is toxic, and this is like extreme. No, I'm saying this next one is extreme toxic masculinity. So, look at that. Husband plucks 4 teeth from wife's mouth after discovering his 3 children belongs to other men. Like, that's crazy, right?
Now you're saying this is toxic?
Yeah, to snatch somebody's teeth out their mouth. Like, that's extreme.
Hold up.
That sounds more like abuse than.
That's predator.
Yeah, no, I'm saying this is what's toxic about it. Okay, you was in love with somebody, right? You found out that they weren't faithful to you, so you should just leave. To try to destroy, huh?
You're lying. I had to find out that my 3 kids aren't mine. I have been raising them, getting Jordans, diapers, haircuts. Oh, I'm taking 3 teeth, baby girl. Come here. Let me get that.
No, you gotta just take that L. It's a hard L to swallow but you have to
sound
take
good.
that
Yeah,
L.
yeah. It
But
sounds good.
I
You ain't got no kids.
you do not put your hands on any child. You just get up and leave.
Yeah.
If you gotta yell and just show out in front of the girl that likes you, understandable. You have every right to be upset, angry, just mad. You have every right to feel like absolutely astronomically mad. But do not put your hands on the child. Just take the L. I don't want
Kim, she took his income tax, son.
I can't
and then he found out.
No, it was before tax time.
I get what Monty is saying, like the way he feels. So that's why I say I'm not gonna say you can just take the L, because I can't imagine how he feels.
Man,
yo, that's crazy. Hold on, Mr. Hennessey, you got kids?
I do.
All right, we're putting Mr. Hennessey in the shoes. Now, put yourself in them, and your wife's like, yeah, nah, none of them's yours, bro. Sorry.
All L's are not created
hold
equally.
on. Mind you, you were just telling us she's your best friend, but all of a sudden.
So, okay, I'm gonna give you the real honest. So we have 4 kids, 3 of which are mine. One of them is my stepdaughter, right? Mm-hmm. And if my wife came forward at any point and said that those children were not mine, I'm not going to take her teeth, obviously, but
it's a table or two is getting flipped.
the friendship is over.
Woo! I don't know. I'm a Scorpio. I might just break down get the flipping stuff and all that.
It would be a lot of breathing techniques,
Woo!
a lot of
yoga.
A lot of avoiding PTSD freakouts,
mm-hmm.
and a loss of friendship.
Oh man! And then you hear Mr. Hennessey, "I am my rifle. My rifle is me."
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Oh shit!
She said they were both wrong.
Yeah,
man. Look, it wouldn't be no hands and feet, but I'd be like, you better get the fuck out, get away from me.
What if she doesn't, Stu? What if she says no? I'm just gonna stand in my truth. They're not your kids.
I'm gonna be like, why did you do this to me? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be.
She gonna be like, because income tax.
Because money. I love hard. That's why. Like I understand his anger, but you shouldn't put your hands on no female. Like. Hey, I gotta put this up there. I'm sorry. He said that the hoe want to hold and let it go. Shout out to Kevin Gates. I mean, I can't argue with that. But that comes back to the marriage thing. Like, you got to know the person that you rocking with. You can't be just.
Right.
If she was wild, listen, if he or she was wild when you met them, they're going to be wild when y'all together.
Yeah, don't try and tame her or him. Don't try and tame them because you just...
That's how you ruin it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only get hurt in the end.
Change happens over time. When you try to force change on somebody, that's when you push them away, and that's what ends it all.
They got to change for themselves. You can't just make it like
exactly. And I think what forces some people to, like, want to put that change on somebody quick is fear of them not wanting to change and that person not ending up being the one.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then they force that change and now it's over,
Man, I don't have that much trust in people, so.
I could never get a relationship.
You said what?
I can't do it. No.
What'd you say? They too scandalous out here. That's crazy.
They crazy out here. I'm
Man,
to myself.
I really like being towards myself, so it's kind of different, anyways. I don't really have a desire. I can't see it. I'm keeping quiet because I can't relate.
What was that last one? I just missed that comment. Hey, I'm here for you,
man.
I'm glad I love it.
I will say, like, I gotta say this, and unfortunately, it's gonna make me sound bad, but like,
Scorp gang. So,
when I first got married, like I'm the worst about change. I hate change when it comes to certain things. Like I used to think that like my personality was the one, and that if you wanted me to change anything about my personality, you were wrong.
Right.
And I've learned over the last several years that like your personality is important, but when you get married, like you sacrifice a part of yourself for that other person, so you got to find a way for your personalities to match. Now my wife has made the personality changes and the mental changes to match up with me. Now it's my turn to do my part.
Right.
And it's been a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's still a lot of shit that I have not changed after 7 years, and it's a struggle, but it has to happen.
Right. In order to maintain.
Like if I want this I want to die before this marriage ends. You know what I mean? So I need to do the shit I need to do to make it last.
That's right.
Right.
I'll never, and I've said it from day one. Like obviously, I never want to divorce my wife, but I'll never get married again.
Yeah.
That's a one-time thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts. We're gonna go into the next topic. Now we're gonna get a little. Hold on. I'm gonna put this up. This is the last one. That's facts, Gus.
That hurts.
Got it.
Bro. That hurts.
But hey, the truth hurts.
3 of them. Come on. And
Yeah,
all I did was take 3 teeth, man. You better just go get some dentures. Take that L.
Hey, well, them missing teeth are more permanent than his feelings, though. He can get over that. She'll never get her teeth back,
bro.
But
so that's real quick. That's debatable because imagine if those kids were all 8. Imagine you're in that situation. All those kids just turned 18, and you're just now finding out. You've dedicated a 30-year life to
that
ass.
Can you sue? Can you sue for that?
No.
I want all that back. No,
Well, first off, I don't know if you noticed that article, but they were. What was that? Was it Nigeria?
They're in America, but they're Nigerian.
Oh, they're a Nigerian couple.
Yeah.
Okay. From what I understand, there's no way to sue, especially if like you sign the birth certificate, like you claim being the child's father. There's nothing you can do about it. Those are your kids. And if you decide to get divorced after you found out they're still your kids, you're paying child support.
Man, y'all better listen to Kanye. Y'all heard what he said, right?
Yeah.
Take my money. Y'all better go reference that track. This shit make me mad. Okay, next topic because we gotta slide. Next topic, we're gonna get into some racial things because I came across this video, which was a very powerful video to me. So we're gonna see it in hopefully this is that. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, I want y'all to listen to this. I'm gonna run it back twice, but I want y'all to check this out.
Right. That's why we own everything.
I know this dumb bitch did not just say Aryan.
We have made the world
Yes.
what it is. And so don't you forget that. Yeah, I have nothing against people of different color or anything. They can work for us. They can come clean my house. That's fine. They can drive my cars. But we're the superior race. We're the ones that make everything work.
Okay. I'm gonna run that back one more time.
Yeah, white power. We're the superior race.
He said, "Yeah."
That's why
Yeah.
we own everything. Everybody, white people, we have made the world what it is. And so don't you forget that. Yeah, I have nothing against people of different color or anything. They can work for us. They can come clean my house. That's fine. They can drive my cars. But we're the superior race. We're the ones that make everything work.
Okay, Bob.
Ready?
Okay, Bob.
Oh my god.
Okay, Bob. Okay.
Oh my god.
So, who wants to go first? Because I have something I want to say, but
You always got something to say. I want to hear Mr. Hennessey.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God. Okay, so first off, what the man said that white people are responsible for the world being the way it is, and he's not wrong. The world is trash, and it's white people's fault. So that we'll agree on. Like, we'll pick a part in history where white people didn't fuck something up. You know what I'm saying?
Past, present, and future.
I'm just, and that's not me, like, as a white guy. That's not me saying that all white people are trash. Like, that's not true. But white people as a whole, you can look at any major issue we've had over the last 2,000 years, and they're there. Like, he's absolutely right. We were there to fuck everything up because we thought we were better in the beginning, and then a lot of them still think they're better now. Like this fucking chode.
Yeah.
Like, it just blows my mind. Like, that's the kind of shit that blows my. Studi, we grew up together for a bit, so you understand. Like, where I came from, and I don't use this as any kind of excuse for anything. Like, where I came from, like, I was a minority. I grew up in Flint, like downtown Flint. I went to Whittier Middle School, right downtown Flint. I was a minority, and seeing things from that perspective, like, I was never raised with a prejudice, and once I left Flint and moved into an area where it was back to like white being the majority, I was fucking mind blown as a teenager.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this blows my mind. Like, I'll say this shit as hard as I can. White people are trash. And again, I'm not saying all white people are trash. Every race, every background, every creed has bad people. We just fucking have most of them. You know what I mean?
I'll put it this way. I don't know if you remember when we were, I think we were juniors at the time when I got chased through the trailer park. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember that shit. That was right behind the school. Yeah,
exactly. So I always have a hard time when people try to say that it's a post-racial society because it's not. It's like,
no, post-racism implies that the racism has stopped.
Right.
It's never stopped. People can say it's 2020, racism's at an all-time low, and that's a fucking lie.
It is.
If anything, it is worse. It is worse now than it was 20 years ago.
See, but to me, I personally respect dude for saying exactly how he feels, and I honestly do not think that he should be fired from his job because we need to know where people stand. Because background racism is more harmful for the people who are affected by it and the people who don't feel like that. That's worse. So I feel like, if you feel that way, then that gives us a chance, us minorities and the white people who don't feel that way, to stay the fuck away from you. So I say, because it's freedom of speech, speak your mind.
I've never thought of it like that, and that's true. It's it's kind of like radiation. If you know the radiation is there, you're not going there.
Right. So just all of y'all just go.
I agree entirely. No, but like, so this video with this guy, like, willingly, it takes a sick mind to be able to look at a bunch of kids, no matter what color they are, all white, all black, half and half, to look at them and be able to spew that kind of hatred.
Yes. Old news.
And say it like you know that it's knowledge and that it's powerful is disgusting. And it blows, and it hurts because I know it's real, but it still blows my mind every time seeing it, knowing that it's happening.
And he said it with conviction. Yeah,
absolutely.
They can drive my cars.
He said that shit like it was a religion.
Well, the KKK is a Christian organization, so hey, we gotta dig the roots because it's like, but people really feel like that. Like, but I also, before my co-hosts take over, I would like to add that it is Black people's fault that people view us that way, because we perpetuate that image that we're nothing but entertainers and servants. Now y'all can take over.
Now you right.
I'll just go. You're right. We need to start taking accountability. Because if I'm gonna be honest, some of the stereotypes that white people or anybody have of us, half the time they're not really wrong. We really do, and if we're gonna, we let certain people carry on the stereotype. You know, if you we let,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see TV shows. Listen, if there is a toxic black girl, you can find them anywhere. Nicki Minaj or fucking Cardi, even though she's not black, she still wants to claim our culture or whatever. Or if there's good women, there's always something bad happening to them. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially in men wise, like there's something always up with them. So you never get like a. I'm saying this in my perspective as a woman because I don't, if I had to say a man, same thing. When they get too much power, it's not good. Um, you know, it's just like the way they see us and the people that we choose to carry that image. That's what they're gonna think sometimes, or to people like him at least, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
we are the ones that are letting it happen. Like we don't like that's just how it is. We don't we like toxic things.
Yeah, we uplift toxicity.
That's all we
Hell yeah.
and want to
Yeah.
complain when people view us that way. Like look at if your playlist consists of certain female rappers out here that talks about dumb shit, toxic stuff, and you want to talk about why we never see toxicity in women. Well, I mean, it's the majority of y'all that does this. To be honest, it's the
Mm-hmm.
majority of us. So I know it's not all of us because I can for sure say it's not. I can say that, but you don't. But like people can say stuff in closed doors. They are toxic and then
For everybody.
yeah.
Facts.
Closed doors for
So
everybody.
that's the. I guess that's what I got to say about it. That's like the main thing. Like we're letting this happen. Okay, we're letting this happen. It just
Okay.
yeah.
Right. If you don't show it no attention, it's not gonna grow.
Mm.
Facts. We got some amazing people in the chat right now. I'm about to bring up their perspective real quick. And David says we tried a few times. Black Wall Street, Black Panthers. We always get shut down. It's hard not to look extreme like the FOI or something like that. That's only. I think that's only because we let the rhetoric of mainstream media dictate who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't push past the negative imagery like every other group does. And I'll say like, okay, if you wanted to say this, homosexuals could be deemed as hostile, but they control their narrative.
Right.
So black people have to learn how to control the narrative and stop letting other people define their actions to what,
And complain about it.
Yeah. Because even it's annoying, and I have another video too coming up, but it's annoying to hear somebody keep bitching and complaining about the same stuff, never change what they're doing, and but got their hand out. Like you can't continuously want help and bitch and complain and do nothing for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't do
No
that.
action.
Yeah. And our other commenter, we also don't like for our own to become one that can make change. We don't need celebrities. We need more cops, teachers, politicians, and we need to stop calling them Uncle Toms. That is correct, because it's more Uncle Tomish to want to hold your own people back than it is to be in those roles.
Talk your shit.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys would like to add before we move on to the next video?
I think that point was proven.
Yeah, that was that was a great perspective.
Yeah.
Good teamwork.
Oh God, what?
Oh, Stu.
Yep, that's number 3.
Number 3. Yeah, that's 3 so far. I can't.
Joke's on us. He's gone.
Yo, Kim, do you have a? Oh, there you go.
No, go ahead. Continue. Go ahead.
We was about to switch up.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was moving a little bit too fast.
Be excited.
I got because I love this conversation because it's building bridges and breaking ground that I don't think has really been broken, especially so honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what like with the homosexual, like what does you doing in your bedroom have to do with me in society?
Why do we have to why is it up to us for you to feel accepted? Why is it up to us? Except you.
We don't care. We're walking around being us. You don't have to like just why? We don't understand it.
That want to harass you, don't put them. We're not them. So stop like
all that homophobic shit and all that.
All of us. Yeah.
Hey Gus, it's not that. I just be moving too fast, okay? It's not the connection. That's my fault. I'm screwing up. But okay, this next video is on another racial tip, and this is from back in the day. So I want to see how you guys feel about this one.
I can't follow you, and I'm not going to follow you. Give you personal perspective. I'm telling you, for your own benefit, you had better turn around and get out of here. You're not going to the courthouse in a group on the condition that you come here, and I'll assure you that. What we would like to do, sir, is to go to the courthouse. Is closed. There's no business there. We don't want to go in the courthouse. All we want to do is go to the lawn of the courthouse, kneel in prayer, and we'll gladly return. You take your prayers back to your church. That's the proper place to pray. I'm sure that God will hear your prayer just as well down there as it will up here, but you're not going on this courthouse. Sir, whenever there are men who are in sinful condition, prayer should be uttered wherever they are. Well, why don't you pray where you are? Go back down there and pray. You think you're lily white? You think you're not sinful? Huh? Well, then go back to your church and pray. Well, sir, can we pray together, you and I? You do your praying. I do mine, big boy. You don't pray for me. I don't want you to pray for me. Well, will you pray for us? Because I don't think your prayers get above your head. Well, will you pray for us? No, I'm not going to pray for you. I'll tend to my business, you tend to yours. Now, you better move these people out of here. Sir, I'm trying to protect you. Sir, I don't have to love anybody I don't want to love. Sir, you do your own love. You love your little niggas. I love who I please. Do you believe in equal justice for all? I believe in justice. I don't believe in equal nothing. There's no two people in this world alike, and they're not equal under any terms or conditions. There's no two peas in the world alike. No two pieces of money or nothing else. And so are you saying that if I have a quarter and I'm black and you have a quarter and you white, then my quarter isn't as worth as much as your quarter? That's your quarter. I'll decide what my quarter is worth. You use yours and I'll use mine. You're a catfish sandwich and yours.
Okay. I am going to replay that, but I'm not going to play it twice in a row because that's a 2-minute clip. But who wants to go?
Have you guys seen that meme recently? The football player on the field, and on the bottom it says they got us in the first half. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where it's like that they almost had us in the first half. Now, that man was creating a problem for no reason. Like everything he was saying was in opposition, just because of his race, and it hurts. It hurts to watch, knowing that like that is not my generation, but that's the people that came before me. That is where like my race.
It was some bitch ass niggas, man.
Yeah,
but can I say this though?
I want to go.
You want to go ahead, Monty? You can go. Go ahead.
where can I start? The white guy was super factual. I wish the black kid would have took the fucking advice.
They got the fuck on.
That's all.
And we would literally be in a better place today. Everything he said, everything that dude said was all facts. But here comes, the little Negro kid. He just wants to go to school and church. And why don't you just go to your own school and your own church?
And it. Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, Kim, go ahead.
I was just saying that I agree with the white guy too. We need our own shits. We just leave.
He should have been like, "Oh, all right. Thanks for telling me."
That's how ours end. We should have just gone ahead and just left. Honestly, that's it. Like, there are some things that we gotta take accountable for. Just leave, man. That's all.
You're not wanted. When you go to a party and niggas is like, "Nah, bro, you can't come in." You go home.
No.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm about to
I
ask
think she might have me muted. I can't hear things she's saying.
Me? Oh.
I can hear everybody but her.
Why is it always me?
I don't know. But I feel like that puts context into the racial battles that would happen in the street. It would be very agitating if I'm asking somebody to leave me alone and they won't leave me alone.
And that's
so
what
now I have to hit
doing.
You. Now I have to fuck you up because you're in my space and I'm telling you I don't want you to be there. Now, the racial attitudes that they have, the superiority complex, I wholeheartedly disagree with because there's scientific evidence why that's wrong.
Yeah, but I still don't disagree. I can say whatever the fuck I want to you. Get the fuck out of here. You're not wanted.
I honestly believe that people have the right to not want somebody else around. Why don't they understand that if you're not, there are enough white people in the United States that don't have no problem with black people that you could have slid over and dealt with them. But if somebody's telling you, no, you pray with those niggers over there, get the fuck out. Like what is you doing? Because I would hit you. If I'm telling you, I don't. If
Martin Luther King, you're the greatest. You integrated us. You did a great job for us, brother.
See, because I'm like, yo, if we chilling, right, and somebody comes around and I say, I don't really rock with you like that. Can you leave, please? And he's like, well, what if my quarter was your? Now I'm about to, like, you're testing me. You're trying. That was a minute of irritation. A minute and 30 seconds of irritation.
Yo, like I would have just been like, well, fuck you, cracker, and left.
But I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say that because I wouldn't have been anywhere that I'm not wanted. Like, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
Wait, can you show it again, Studi? Because this nigga was trying to get up in the upper room. He was trying to get up in the upper room. They wouldn't let him in.
I'm telling you, for your own benefit, you had better turn around and get out of this area.
For your own benefit.
In a group on the condition that you come here, and I'll assure you that. All we would like to do, sir, is to go to the courthouse is closed.
Wait, we can't get in the party? Why we can't get in the party?
You take your prayers back to your church. That's the proper place to pray. So I'm sure that God will hear your prayers just as well down there as it will up here, but you're not going on this courthouse alone.
Disrespected your God.
Well, why don't you pray where you are? Go back down there and pray. You think you
it's common sense, bro.
You think you're not sinful, huh? Well, then go back to your church and pray. Well, sir, can we pray together, you and I? You do your prayer.
Sir, I want to pray with you because we have the same white God.
Because I don't think your prayers get above your head. Well, will you pray for us? No, I'm not going to pray for you. I'll tend to my business, you tend to yours. Now you better move these people out of here. Sir, I'm trying to protect you, sir. Sir, I don't have to love anybody I don't want to love. Sir, you do your own love. You love your little niggas. I'll love who I please.
I'm sorry, that's not funny, but that I mean, how can you argue with that?
There's no two people in this
Yo,
world alike.
tell your boy Martin Luther what up. He the one caused all of this dumb shit.
In the world alike. No two pieces of money or nothing else.
I don't even see no big homies around him. Had that little boy out there for no reason.
My quarter isn't as worth as much as your quarter. That's your quarter. I'll decide what my quarter is worth. You use yours and I'll use mine. You buy you a catfish sandwich and yours.
So
sent him out there on a dummy mission.
He sent himself because he was the main one talking. Okay, let me ask you this, Cole. Does talk of segregation and separation as a white man, how does that make you feel?
I mean,
do you agree with it? Do you disagree? Those sorts of things.
It doesn't affect me. It hurts me because I live with it in the sense that I have to, like, I'm not saying it's a burden on me, but it hurts me to remember that that was a thing, that like my race created this in our country. You know what I mean? Like, I don't live with that burden the same way that like the black community does, because I wasn't affected by, like, white people were not affected by segregation, you know?
Right.
But looking back,
negatively separate.
Yeah, trying to have an open mind about it, looking back on it, it hurts to know. It's embarrassing, you know. For me, I get a tiny bit of embarrassment because, like, that shit happened. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, I'm embarrassed to look at that and see it happening that way, because there was no reason for it, and it was fueled by hatred, and that's I don't have any personal experience with because I didn't deal with it. And
right.
Like I said, it's embarrassing more than anything.
So do you believe that, like, do you believe that people have a right to choose who they want around them, though?
Absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, your life is your life. But, like, if I can be friendly, I explain it, like, you know what I mean?
Are you opposed to black people separating from white people?
Am I opposed to black people separating from white people?
Yes.
On a grand scale or on an individual?
We out of here.
Grand scale.
That is your decision as a people. I am in no position to tell you what to do because you're a fucking free person. If you decide one day that as a whole black people want nothing to do with white people, hey, I hope that wherever you go, you find what it is you're looking for. Because that's not.
So you wouldn't feel no type of way.
I'd be upset. I'd be pretty upset because that's a lost connection. You know what I mean? That is a divide that is being recreated between two different races that doesn't need to be there. So yeah,
no,
if
I'm
you
saying separate. We don't have to hate each other to separate.
Yeah,
like, we could just be.
I'm not saying anything about hate. I'm in general, like, even if you were like, hey man, I love you, but we don't want to be around you guys anymore, we're going away, that would still upset me. Even though I know it's not on bad terms, it's going to upset me because, again, like, that's a huge divide. And now I'm losing a connection that who knows if I'm ever going to get back or if it's ever going to recreate itself.
Would you feel it's justified?
It kind of cuts that unified front.
Would you feel it's justified, though, from us?
Justified for
just leaving.
Black race
out of here. We're going.
What I feel you said what I feel if you're justified?
Yeah. Like he's saying, like, do you think from history up until now, if black people decided, okay, we're just gonna separate, we want to dip, we want to build our own, and whether we fail or succeed, it's on us. Do you feel like that's justified?
If you're basing it on history, yes. Absolutely. Like if the black community as a whole was like, you know what, we're tired of the way you guys treated us over the last 200-300 years, we're gonna go somewhere else. Fuck yeah, you're justified. You know what I mean? Like look at the timeline: slavery, kidnapping, the rape, the murder, like
keeping it 1,000.
Like,
yeah, we because
shit happened.
Yeah,
shit
it happened.
It was our fault.
And there's a certain healing. And
If I would say you're justified. You know, so a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me. I probably got some friends who are going to watch this. I'm going to disagree with them. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
If that was what you guys decided to do, yeah, you're justified because you were given such a shitty start into what you could consider like a fucked up bond between those races. And if you ask me the same question about the last of things that have happened in the last 30 years, I would be less inclined to say justified. But on the grand scale, yes, absolutely justified.
And I want to stress that I really feel like we should have things segregated just so we can have a fighting chance to build our own. But just because we're separated, that doesn't mean that at some point we can't get back to working together. But like black people from the most famous recent one that everybody keeps talking about is Black Wall Street. But there are billions of different type of situations where we tried to build our own and we just weren't allowed. So I personally feel like if we as a whole wanted to separate, I feel like we should. And that doesn't mean all black people would make it either, because there's some toxic motherfucking black people too.
From y'all
like,
too.
And all niggas ain't getting on the boat. Like that's.
I'd rather let in people who are my race, that are good people, that are for us and want to build and be better, than have toxic black people in our territory. That's how I feel too.
See, I don't necessarily. Somebody in the comments is saying anywhere in Africa. I'm sorry. I do not feel like we have to move. I feel like it could just be an economic switch over. It doesn't have to be
not bad, kind of, you know.
Yeah, it's not like we're dipping from America. No, I'm talking economically and socially and things of that nature. Just like there's a Chinatown, just like there's all white affluent neighborhoods. Why can't we do that? Why we don't have to not be American? Like we don't have to do the fake sovereignty bullshit. No, we follow the Constitution just like everybody else, but we build a foundation for ourselves.
And although we actually do have some neighborhoods that is all black, but like to make it comfortable, you know. It's not about a black school everywhere. It's not toxic. It's a good like welcoming community when we're safe and we love each other kind of thing. It isn't another black neighborhood that just like in the fucking gutter, you know. We can do that. So
yeah,
that's what we're creating.
Yeah, it's a mindset first. It's a mindset. When our guests come back in, I got some questions about his military career, and then
I got a question. What is this week's mineral or crystal?
What is the crystal of the week is the question. And we have amethyst, which is my favorite crystal outside of labradorite, but we'll talk about that at another time. Amethyst here. It's really hard to hold these up.
Oh shit!
Authentic
For February. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's it.
And this is the last, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last podcast of the month.
Facts.
And
so that's just perfection.
What'd you say, Kim?
We got the amethyst popping. As the video go, I have some facts on amethyst.
Wait, hold on. I think it's necessary on the very top of the pyramid.
That's an Oregon pyramid right there.
Yeah, I want a collection of these. It's gonna happen. It's definite. I'm gonna get a big one, but
the fact that you got one is dope.
It's amazing, man. Yeah. Okay. It helps with emotional healing, love, mediumship, anxiety, balance, decision making, and it also dispels negative energy. It is associated with third eye and crown chakras, and its astrological signs. Is Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, and Virgo, which is weird because I'm a Scorpio and I freaking love amethyst.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kim, can you grace our amazing viewers with your tarot?
Okay.
Oh, tarot time?
I think it's tarot time. I think it's esoteric.
Right. So I got 5 tarot that came out by themselves, like always, whenever I call it to them. And I got 2 oracles, so it's not that much today. So the first one I got from the Tarot Nefertari deck, I got the Judgment card. So fairness, justice, harmony, law, balance. Think of Libra whenever, or think of Mayat, because she's all about justice and everything. We need her, in certain ways. Then I got the Judgment card. Having some type of awakening, a spiritual rebirth, physical truth. I have these 2 together. So it's just like, is anybody having something that's about to happen in your life? Have a balance. Let Mayat's energy try to use her energy to see where that balance you need in your life is going on. So then we have where it's at, the 10 of Swords. So this is not a good card. This means when someone hits rock bottom, you don't take things from other people. Don't do that. Don't play the victim. Try to stand up for yourself. Let's see here. I had to write these down because, like, what the message I have to get in. That's why I'm looking over here. But then I have a daughter of Pentacles. When you're probably a very shy person, but you're also the supportive person. So whoever that is depending on you, it could maybe turn your back on you, maybe backstab you. Because look at the swords on his back and just stabbing him. So you probably have somebody who's being backstabbing towards you. You have the Mother of Cups. So you're somebody that already has a very high frequency of something. So that's probably why you're always like, they always come to you because there's something about you that is always that they just, that energy that you carry that attracts them somehow to whatever you are, that you could, because you're most likely a very shy, quiet, but a very nice person. But don't let them use you in any way. What is it? Whatever it is. Maybe this is just like the Justice card is telling you this is what's going on. Okay, like it's like some kind of awakening. don't let that person stab you. Like, just try to. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Because I don't know who needs to hear this. Hey,
They hearing it.
you need
Yeah.
to be friends or something. I don't know. But basically, what I got, which is crazy. I don't know why I feel like it's crazy. The full moon in Pisces balance spirituality and you know, practical things. So it just goes back to, I think it's a justice card. Spirituality having a balance. Judgment is balance. This is like something awakening. You have a balance with both of these. It's like two cards in one when it comes to these two, whatever that could be. And then longing for home, belonging the original light worker. So maybe this is saying that there's something about your energy that this person keeps drawing on, like it just draws them. And you're a nice person, so you're most likely to let people take advantage of you. Don't do that. You can stand up for yourself. What's the worst that they can do to you, honestly? So maybe you should just change your circle, change whoever that needs to be in your life, so you don't, so like whatever that's about to come, not clash, because like this, where is it? The judgment, I think. This also represents law. I don't want to say it's literal, but you probably know, like maybe like what, like the consequences, what's gonna happen if you don't learn from this situation. So that's what I got. It's not that much, which is why it's, because last time it was a lot. Now we're just like,
Nah, that was more direct, and I think whoever
Yeah, that
needed
was
that
direct.
will
whoever
really
needs it.
appreciate.
I do this for whoever needs it, not for,
Yeah, it's a general reading, so it's a
yeah.
lot of energies, out here in the world.
I
So,
feel
So that's what
I
um,
feel like I just missed something really cool because I had a technical difficulty.
yeah,
I just,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just telling him, know that this is a part of our segment. I do tarot and oracle. Um, Sometimes they'll make me bring on my bowl. I do
Oh,
this to.
oh yeah, do it.
Okay,
Yeah, clear the energy before the interview.
all right, here we go.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool.
Okay,
Wasn't ready.
nice.
We'll just keep singing. I'll let it go. I'll let it do his thing, and yeah, I can go for a very long time. Not now. We got to keep
Yeah,
rolling, but I can go for. I think the longest I went was probably 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
you timed it.
Yes,
You
I
timed
did.
it.
I wanted a challenge.
Oh snap!
Hold on, can I tell
All
them
right.
what frequency we're dealing with today that they're hearing subconsciously?
Yes.
It is called the heart chakra healing music, and it attracts love in all forms.
Mm-hmm.
So subconsciously, you're making love right now.
Yo, be careful, M. Davis. Don't be swerving. Is that yeah? Don't be swerving, man. Be careful out there. Okay. Now we're gonna dive into the interview, Cole. Do you mind introducing yourself a little bit? Specialist Cole Hennessey, correct?
Yes, that is me.
What do you specialize in?
So don't let the name fool you. It does not mean anything cool. That is just so specialist is the fourth rank in the enlisted system of 9 ranks, and
Okay.
it's an automatic rank. It's given to you, but it is the last rank that is automatically given to you over time before you become what's known as a non-commissioned officer or an NCO.
Okay. How long
So
have you
that
been active in the
uh,
military?
so Valentine's Day actually marked 7 years for me.
Oh wow. Nice. That's commitment
So
right there.
7 years. That's a whole
Yeah,
fight.
that's sheesh. So is there anything like recruiters from high schools made it out to be?
absolutely not. As soon as I graduated high school, a buddy of mine had joined the reserves, and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. I'll see what they got. And then he
Mm-hmm.
started spewing some shit at me about active duty and going to see parts of the world, and that was a fucking lie. Yes, I've seen parts of the world, but they're not the parts you want to see.
Yeah.
What
It's
part
not the
you saw? What
scenery.
part you saw?
Not the
I've
same.
heard of
What's
that.
that?
I said, what part you saw?
So as far as deployment, I've been deployed to Kosovo. If you don't know where that is, that's dead center in like the Balkan region. Like, so you've got Kosovo,
Yeah, I know.
Serbia, Albania,
Yeah.
you know, right over there. So that was my first deployment in 2014. And then my second deployment, 2016, to Afghanistan.
Oh.
Now,
But
I was gonna say, can you tell us a little bit about your experiences in the Balkans area first?
So Kosovo, for lack of an unprofessional term, or lack of a professional term, it was lit as fuck. I had a great time in Kosovo.
Nice.
There was no combat really in Kosovo. It was a peacekeeping mission because we've been in Kosovo since the Bosnia conflict in like the late 90s. And, the conflict between Albania and Serbia, like that time frame. I don't know why I said Bosnia. So for us, it was a lot of peacekeeping. We did a lot of like election security, and a lot of just like local patrols to just keep the peace between the ethnic Christians of Serbia and the ethnic Muslims of Albania or Kosovo. Still a lot of tension between them religiously.
Yeah.
Now, religion is unfortunately a big component in conflicts. Now, would you recommend enlisting into the military? And why or why not?
Yeah, it's definitely a two-way road. Part of me wishes I had enlisted under different circumstances. I would say if you want to do something for your country, if you want to gain a skill set that you won't gain anywhere else, the Army has a lot of jobs. There's over 100, there's 150 different occupations you can get in the military, and if you have a college degree, that broadens it even more. There are countless jobs that you can get through the military that can set you up greatly in the outside world once you get out. There's also the benefits of, if you have a family, the benefits that come with that, the healthcare, the free healthcare, is pretty nice. Yeah, of course, it has its flaws like any system, but that's basic free college, even like, I can't even tell you. So there's a lot of stuff they don't even tell you about. Like, I could go right now in some of the programs that the Army offers. I can get an associate's degree in 4 months if I wanted to, like all 60 credits, 60 credit hours you can get
just from doing things that they wanted, like just from them teaching doing actual skills.
No, so there's a thing we have down. Pretty much any college has it that's around the military base. So Central Texas College, because I'm at Fort Hood, they have what's called the CLEP. It's a college level entry program. I go there, and because I'm military, it's free. I take the final exam for that college course. And if I score a 50%, which is a failing grade, a 50%, I get the credits for that course.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's okay. The military
do a good 50%
is to get out of jail free card. Yeah.
And then on top of that, like after 12 months in, you've paid in to the GI Bill. So that automatically guarantees you, $70,000, $80,000 for college when you get out of the Army. But even then, there's so many universities that offer better programs than what you're given because you were in the military that you just use your GI Bill for. And then on top of that, there's more. After a year in, like you can use tuition assistance. Like the Army will pay for you to go to school online or go to like a local college. As long as you pass those classes, everything's free.
Wow.
And there's so many advantages to being in the military. Like getting shot at, it is totally worth everything that comes with it.
Hey, you can get shot at in the hood for no benefit.
Word.
So,
I ain't got
for
no
real.
So yeah.
Like benefits to deploying, like you make more money, it's tax free. Everything you make overseas, tax free. You spend 9 months in another country, you don't pay a dime on it.
Wow.
So that's like living, like that's like living, board, food, all that stuff is just automatic.
Absolutely everything.
Wow.
So I'll give you a good example of how it's good for a family. Like me being married, having kids, bills can pile up quick. Electric, water. You got all these kids and people using your house. Now, the Army has on-base housing. So what you do is you get paid every month. You get paid a stipend. It's called basic allowance for housing. And it's based on your zip code, like cost of living in your area, right? If you choose to live on post, they give you a house based on your family size. You don't pay water. You don't pay electric. You don't pay gas. You don't pay any utilities. It's all free. All you have to do is give up that set amount of money every month.
Wow.
Like I said, there's a lot
sound
of
better
benefits.
than Section 8.
Yeah, we don't have nearly enough time to dive into all the benefits of service.
Okay, well, you mentioned your family, right?
Right.
What are the psychological effects of you being in the military? Like, you don't know when you'll be deployed, and you don't know, what's, how does that affect your family?
So that's a myth. Nowadays, I would say even over the last 15, 20 years, it's a myth. I know when I'm going to deploy a year out at least.
Okay.
Most deployments, we have, there's a thing called a patch chart. And the reason it's called a patch chart, I don't know if you've ever seen a military uniform, how they have patches on both shoulders.
Yeah.
You get a patch for deploying. It signifies that you've been, you've done your tour overseas. But they have a thing called a patch chart, and that patch chart is created at a much higher level than me, and it is decided months and months and months out who's going where. And yeah, sometimes it changes, but my the kind of army that I'm in, because there's different levels and different you have Green Berets and Rangers, the guys on a higher level, their shit may come up much more quicker. But mine, I'm going to know months ahead of time where I'm going and when I'm going, or at least have a window of knowing.
I have a rhetorical question because I do not expect you, and I don't want you to answer it. But if there are deployment schedules, does that mean that situations that arise are more than likely already known? Now, you don't have to answer that because I wouldn't.
Unfortunately, I do have an answer though. So
okay,
it's a predetermination. So take the content, for instance. We'll say just for shits and giggles. What did that guy say? I missed that comment.
Oh, he just said I know people that do this. I'll be in Vegas next month.
Good example. Let's take Afghanistan. Let's say my unit just deployed to Afghanistan. We just finished a 9-month rotation, and they've already got us down to go back in, say, 2 years, right? Now, that's not guaranteeing that we'll go. The conflict could end before that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Realistically, it's not going to. There's that chance that deployment won't happen. Things change. It's almost like an algorithm. It's predetermined. All right, we know that there's a chance we're going to need these guys back here again.
Predict, kind of like predictive.
It is an algorithm.
It's predictive. It's predictive behavior. We're always ready.
Yeah, we have
to always be ready. So we make that plan, and the worst case scenario comes up to time to go, and they're like, "Oh shit, you're not going," and that's the end of it. It's a predictive system.
So do you believe that peacekeeping operations actually work? Do you think they're actually necessary? Are they necessary missions?
So,
or is it just to
and it's not your fault. Perfect example when we were in Kosovo. So when we originally went to Kosovo back in '99, and I was trying to claim its independence and become their own nation, which Kosovo was part of Serbia and part of Albania. They were trying to become their own nation. We got involved. The UN got involved because the Serbian, I don't remember the whole conflict because I wasn't there, obviously. It led to us getting involved, and we've been involved there for the last 20 years now. Now, when I was there for my rotation,
we gotta go?
So, what's shitty about it? That's a great question, actually. And I asked that same question while I was there for the first couple of months. The UN, I don't know. Do any of you know what it takes for the UN to recognize you as a country?
What?
No,
it takes a unanimous vote. It takes a unanimous. What is it? 168 nations that are part of the UN, and it takes like I want to say like an 80%. Don't quote. It takes like 80% vote was yet to make the cut to become a nation underneath the UN. So the U.S. is there to keep conflict from rising because it is still a conflict. When we were there were riots. We were breaking up fights between Serbia, ethnic Serbians and ethnic Albanians. But again, like you said earlier, Studi, like that's a religious thing. Like the Muslims versus the Christians, like it's a big thing still.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Why do we have to be the intermediary? Like, just let them fight. It's none of our business. I don't give a fuck why y'all trying to be a nation. What the fuck? It's their own people. Fight it out. Okay, now you're a nation. Boom. But no, we gotta bring in the G.I. Joe.
Well, see, I used to feel that way too, but I kind of understand about like Monty. If somebody was trying to fight me and you were around and you have invested interest in me, you wouldn't just let them beat my ass. Like you wouldn't be like, oh well.
No, I would, because there's a lesson in every aspect.
So if I was like my big bro Monty about to come down here and fuck you up, you keep fucking with me. You just gonna let me get my ass beat. Hey,
let me pull my phone out.
I don't believe. I don't believe that. I think if it was go time, Monty would have my back. I will hope so.
Yeah, you already know, bro.
Yeah, but okay. So from your experience, especially in those, like Monty said, since we are trying to essentially police the world, like let's just be honest with it.
Right.
What is your experience on how do people feel about us Americans and our government?
Like just from your experience, what the countries that we're occupying?
Yeah. Like how do they feel about us?
When I was in Kosovo, the Albanians loved us. The ethnic Muslims loved us. The Serbians hated us because we were trying to push them back into their own country, essentially. Mm-hmm. But the Albanians loved us. We were there. We were helping them. I'll give you a perfect example, and I'll try to make it a quick example so it doesn't take up 30,000 years. There was a riot that we had responded to. I wish I had my computer. I would have had the clip ready. I would have pulled it up so you could see it. It was on BBC News. We were on a bridge that's in the town of Mitrovica, and it separated. One side of the river was Christian, the other side Muslim, and the Muslim side the Christian side had set up a peace garden on the river to block traffic. There's a major highway in between these two parts of the city. Mm-hmm. So a riot had started on the other side as they were trying to tear down the garden. So we got spun up and we sat on this bridge for a week to help try and keep tensions between the two sides from escalating. Now, when we were there, like the crowds were huge. These people were throwing rocks at us. It got to the point where like some of the other nations that we were working with, the Polish, started lobbing CS gas into the crowds to choke them away from us because they were trying to get on that bridge. They were trying to attack everybody that was there. They didn't care, and that led to a very long day led by a long week of stand down. And then it led into a lot of like quiet talking between both sides and sitting on that bridge watching these two different backgrounds come together to talk with us while talking with them, kind of made me realize like, all right, some of these people have a vision and we're part of their vision. Other people do not feel the same. And like, I don't really know how else to put it. I guess another example is like when I was in Afghanistan, Islam being the major religion there, they loved us. The town that we were in, Jalalabad, they loved us. Mm-hmm. All the people, like, I celebrated Ramadan with some of these people, like I learned about their culture. They shared with us. And it was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life because I didn't know anything about it. I studied up a little bit before I went over there because I wanted to be respectful. Like, just as we're there to fight terrorists that look like you, doesn't mean we're there to fight you.
Right.
Right.
You know, and I wanted to know the people that I was there with, and come to find out, you know, there are people from the local population that came onto the post we were at to work. You know, like the cleaning services, people that needed jobs, like we employed them to come like help around the post. And so yeah, like I said, it was a once in a lifetime experience. Those people loved us, and I can't say it's the same everywhere that we are, but I know like Afghanistan, the parts that I was in, at least, like they enjoyed us being there. I enjoyed being there just because of the culture. Like,
They used the
felt like we were
American
doing
dollar
something
in
for those people.
Afghanistan?
No, they used the Afghani.
Hmm.
Or no, okay, so I always get that backwards. So the people are the Afghanis, and the dollar is called the Afghan. I think that it's either that or I have it backwards still.
All right.
But they have their own currency over there.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
So I have a question. How has being in the military changed your belief systems? Just as a whole,
religion,
life, like values, all that. Like just a spectrum of like, how has that changed you as a person?
You know, when I was younger and I was naive, I thought that the world was full of people who give a shit, and I learned really quick that there are a lot of people out there that don't care about anything other than themselves. I've also seen firsthand what like real hatred can do to people in the heat of the moment. I've seen racial tensions between like not so stereotypical races spark because somebody heard some dumb shit that somebody else said and they chose to believe it. You know, like when people assume that all Middle Eastern people are bad because we're fighting terrorists and they look like them. You know, I've had to deal with that kind of bullshit for the last 7 years. So it's definitely changed my faith in people, and it also had me struggling with my like faith in God for a while.
Yeah, it makes life experience definitely makes you have to dig deeper into spiritual concepts, because the cookie cutter display that they gave us growing up is definitely lies.
And I'll definitely say that like some of the shit that I've seen, and I'm gonna try my hardest not to make this sound dramatic, but like some of the stuff that I've seen like definitely made me question like, is there a God? You know, like how can this happen?
Right. Well, we're here to tell you that the God image that they gave us ain't what it is, but I feel like that's going to take personal research and discernment. I would never try to mold or shape anybody's view of their creator, so I'm not going to dive any deeper than that, but I'm telling you that we've been lied to a lot. So I don't really have any more questions for you before we end this. Do my co-hosts have anything to ask?
So far, no, actually.
Stu, you be doing your thing with them questions, bro.
Is what I do. No, but
you do. It is.
We really, really appreciate you coming out here, and on behalf of the people who watched and my co-hosts, we really want to thank you for your service and
appreciate the fact that you were too.
Yeah, the fact that you were so open and willing and ready to come up here is really appreciative. And thank you for giving not only us present, but people who will watch this later, a view of how people of a different race can come through and talk with respect and learn from each other, because we both taught each other, we've all taught each other something today. Is there anything you would like to say to the audience or to any of us?
I have a couple of things. Depends how much time we got left. I really appreciate you guys letting me come on here. I know this is probably a little outside of the normal of what you guys do, and it made me feel really good being a part of this discussion, because a lot of the stuff that we talked today are topics that are very sensitive to me, and I take them very seriously, and I'm glad that I was able to be a part of it. And if there's one thing I can leave you guys with, probably one of the biggest experiences I've gotten out of the military that I don't think I would have ever gotten had not been is a sense of brotherhood. Like I said way earlier, growing up the minority, living in Flint, I got close to what is technically a minority in a way that I never thought I could. But being in the Army has created so many more relationships than I could have ever asked for. Every day I work with Black people, Hispanic people, Muslims, you know what I mean? And they're all in this military. We all work together as a team, and I like to think it's creating bonds that will last forever and will affect generations and kind of close those gaps. And, a lot of people like to say racism's dead. It's nowhere near dead, but I would like to think we have to start somewhere, and I feel like we're starting there.
Yeah. I mean, wow. I don't know how to follow up with that. Yeah. I think that was definitely need to be said. Because it's important. It's important because for some reason Black people don't like to, when it's a bunch of other Black people talking, they're like, oh, they're just Black. But to hear a white person, especially in the field that you are, admit that there are some racial issues, I don't think you understand how powerful and how needed that is. Because once we identify the problem, then we can find a solution. But if everybody is pretending like everything is good, we can never actually heal. I think Black people cling on to slavery because there has not been a significant enough change. So, because we always have something to reference. Oh, we've been dealing with this since slavery. We've been doing this since slavery. We've been until our conditions change. And like you said earlier, you said in the last 30 years we might not be able to have an argument for separation. I agree and disagree, but the fact that we are close enough to even scratch that conversation, because that's a conversation that we could have, have you back on here and discuss more if that's what you would like.
I'd love it.
Yeah, because you were an excellent guest.
I appreciate it. No, like I said, I really appreciate you guys letting me on here. I know this is your thing, and I try to catch your episodes when I can, so it feels really cool to be a part of it.
Yeah, history just been made. Bro.
Appreciate it.
Well, can you shout out, because you said you were a gamer, right? Yeah. Could you shout out your name and everything?
Wow.
Shit up.
As soon as you asked me about it, I forget what it is. Oh, my mixer. It's I forgot.
I'll be putting people on the spot.
Long Knife Rodeo is what it is. It's _rodeo. I'm usually on every night. It's a great time if you like vulgar language and people that suck at video games.
Sweet. And I'm just in case you don't remember, I'm going to shout out your IG for people who want to follow you. It is dirt_runner_actual with 3 L's. So actually, let me type it in so people can see it. Sorry, I'm one of those slow typers. I talk faster than I type. I know y'all like it does not take that long to type 3 words.
That's all right. I've mastered the art of single finger typing. Like, there's no home row keys. It's all
Yeah.
as fast as I can.
There you go.
Yeah, there she is.
So we're going to end this like we always do with love and good energy. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Hold on. We gotta follow me on Twitch.
Follow me.
At
Hey,
Gus
I'll
Got
follow
Game.
you if you follow me.
Oh, you on Twitch too? There we go. So we're gonna leave this podcast.
Xbox, we'll get together.
Oh yeah. I'm Team PS4, but okay. I'll let y'all slide.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah, whatever. The graphics are way better on PS4. But yeah, let's leave this with love and light, and we will see you all next time. Peace.